Right, so I had multiple panic attacks in there. It was awful. I couldn't feel my legs. I was about to tell the nurse to call 911. That was the fourth MRI. The first time, well, I was sedated. I don't remember. It was so long ago. I'm assuming I was sedated. The second time I was sedated. The third time I was sedated, but I got an MRI of my brain. It was 4 years ago because I got it done before, but the paperwork was lost because I've been applying for SSI for 9 years. So I had to do it again, which I wasn't happy about. I was sedated. I was able to do it, but then I got into this car wreck. This lady rear-ended me, and when I was at the hospital, the doctor wanted to she gave me an MRI to make sure that my brain wasn't hemorrhaging or bleeding and I didn't have a broken neck. And I was freaking out in there even while being sedated. So the doctor gave me this pill, and it's, I guess, one milligram, which I know you could take 2 milligrams, because I not beg, but I needed them before, but they wouldn't give them to me. Probably because of racism and classism, because I didn't have private insurance. So, and I'm pretty sure, because I've checked with other people about this, so I don't want people coming for me in the comments about it. And basically, like, the dose wasn't high enough, and that's for people that don't have a history of trauma and survived torture at long term severe trauma, because I have complex post traumatic stress disorder, and I guess it's just the accumulative medical trauma with getting MRIs over and over again throughout the years. Like, I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it, but I pushed myself and I rushed my kids to school. My blood pressure is uncontrollable because I'm not sleeping well. Because me and my children have PTSD, so like, I'm rushing. So we have nightmares at night, and we wake each other up because we'll be yelling and crying in our sleep. And I don't have a PTSD dog because it's like $2,000 to get a PTSD dog. So I don't have that kind of money. So basically, like, because like when you have nightmares, if you have a PTSD dog, then they can like wake you up by taking off your blanket and turning on the light. Because I saw it when I watched this documentary about these prison inmates that train PTSD dogs. And so basically, I was rushing. My blood pressure was all high, and I couldn't make my appointment to check my blood pressure because I have two small children I'm caring for alone. And then so basically, I'm too tired, and I almost died from pneumonia. Last year, I almost died from the flu, so I'm still recovering from pneumonia. So I go in there, my blood pressure's high, and I like freaked out. I mean, I was like praying to God, like, God, please do not like let me have to call an ambulance and go to the hospital, because they don't help me, again, because of racism, because of classes. I'm sorry, I just ate a bar and peaceful out. Sorry. They don't help me, and then they always act like I'm drug seeking when I'm not. So now basically, the nurse, because she saw how distraught I was because I was crying, I didn't film that, because but basically, because of how distraught I was, the nurse was like, yeah, you're gonna need to go to the hospital and be sedated, like basically put under, like when I had a DNC, when I had complications from having my son. I had to go in there alone and get surgery. I was terrified, and she basically said I have to be sedated because my panic disorder and my trauma is so severe, I literally couldn't. And she says that, she was like, God bless her, she was so kind. She was like, I know people that this has happened to before, where like they do like 1 or 2 MRIs, and then after that they can't do anymore. And that's what happened. Like, I literally thought I would be fine before. When I took that dose, I felt fine. I don't know if I gained weight or what, but I realized I almost died from the flu, and then I almost died from pneumonia. And then so my anxiety is like through the roof. My nervous system is shot from long-term domestic violence, and then plus my mom abuses me too. So it's like, and my ex is like calling me over and over. So it's like I have these all this like emotional and mental trauma on top of the trauma I already have, and I couldn't do it. So now I have to be sedated at the hospital, and I don't want to tell my mom because she's toxic. She does not care about my well-being, and I need it to be done while my children are in school, and I don't know if that's going to be possible because she gets out at 3, and it's like, then I don't know, like, it, because my mom is not going to be able to watch my children. She's not, I can't, that's not going to work. So if it's, I don't know how long I would need to go in there into the hospital to be sedated to get an MRI on my hips and my spine and something, what was it? Oh, and my shoulders. And they said it would take about 2 hours, but I'll have to be sedated because I have claustrophobia, and like when I go into that machine, uh-uh, uh-uh, and I have to go head first. I can't do it anymore, and that's why I'm making this video, because I want people to understand that, like, you cannot have like repeated trauma over and over, medical trauma or any other type of trauma, and you just be okay. It's like hitting your an open wound over and over. Eventually you not, it's just, you're going to be screaming, you're not going to be able to do it because it's horrible. That's what happened, and it was terrible. I was crying. I was like, I went into the bathroom because I couldn't, I was could I had to gather myself before I left, and I'm like, okay, just be calm. So it's just frustrating because it's like the natural stuff that I use and the medication that they're giving me, like, that is not enough for the trauma I have. And being institutionalized, because that happened to me before, that doesn't necessarily help either, like, because it's kind of like jail. And it's not like when you're so severely traumatized and your nervous system is shot, like, they can't put you into a coma. Like, it's just, I just wish people would understand that, like, just because I'm not in a wheelchair doesn't mean that I don't have these disabilities, and it's very difficult. And I know, like, even the guy at the clinic and the nurse were like, it's okay, but, and they were like being like very reassuring because they didn't want me to feel bad. But it's a big deal for me because it's like, I need to get this done, and it's really stressful, and I was really looking forward to getting it done. But at the same time, I my intuition was telling me, like, I can't handle this, and I ignored that because that's a part of my trauma too, where I know that I can't handle something, but I push myself to do it. And it's like, I feel stupid for signing up for that because I'm like, I should have told them I can't do it. Like, I've had too many MRIs. I have trauma, like I have panic disorder, like I cannot be going to the ER for panic disorder. They are not going to help me. First of all, they're not going to help me. They treat me like I'm crazy when I'm not. I just have trauma. There's a difference between being crazy and having trauma. That's another thing that drives me nuts that people do because of mental health oppression, and I don't like that. And I don't want to, like, put down someone that struggles with any type of mental health disorder and say that they're crazy. I'm not doing that. There are some that where it means that the person is abusive and manipulative, but outside of those, like, they even said that about the emotional disorder I have, and that's not true at all. And it's like, I posted something when somebody was like, "Oh, you just want attention." And I'm like, "No, because of the disorder that I have." And I'm like, "No, I don't want attention. I want fellowship and love and kindness and friendship from other people. That does not make me mentally ill. Like, that doesn't make me want attention because I want human connection outside of getting my groceries at the grocery store." Like, it's just, so I just wanted to make this video so to encourage anyone that's going through like chronic medical stuff that God is there for us, and God will get us through this. God bless.